Our journey through the road not travelled first started in 2007. When we looked at the road around us, we realised we were alone. In which other city can you find schools and universities from 13 different countries and students from more than 180 different nationalities? Where else does the private sector deliver more than 88% of all education?
KHDA originally had hardly any people at all when I first worked there. It had a building, but it was in the middle of a bit of desert with a whole lot of cranes in it. Back in 2007, 2008, the sector in Dubai was going places, but it's very important that the scope of KHDA was, as the name suggests, about knowledge and human development. It wasn't just about schools, it wasn't just about colleges or universities, it was all of that and more. And there was an ambition to change the education sector in a way that would support the kind of economy and society that Dubai has become.
We met with international experts and local education consultants to find the best way to travel down this road.
لحظة من فضلك.
Sure.
شاركت خلال عام 2007 مع فريق KHDA. دعونا نكون من ضمن الستيرينج كوميتي. في الحقيقة في البداية ما كان واضح بالنسبة لي شو المطلوب، لأن ال KHDA والمطلوب منهم في سنة 2007 كان يعتبر شيء جديد بالنسبة للمنطقة. المفروض التركيز يكون على احتياج دبي بصفة خاصة ودولة الإمارات بصفة عامة. احنا نريد نبني منظومة تعليمية تخدم اقتصاد دبي واحتياجات اقتصاد دبي. في هذيك الفترة فريق ال KHDA كانوا فريق نشيط صغير جدا، لكنهم أنجزوا الكثير وخلال فترة جدا بسيطة.
We knew that our road was Dubai specific, and for each unique challenge we faced, we had to find a creative solution. We formed wide-reaching partnerships. We took part in international assessments. The road ahead became clearer.
Excuse me, it's my turn. The original working group was challenging, interesting. Within Dubai, you were trying to measure several or indeed dozens of curricular type against one framework. And that ultimately was the challenge, to meet the needs of so many diverse and different schools with one system. Sometimes inspection can be seen as a threat, as opposed to something that would ultimately drive every school forward in Dubai. Has it been successful? I think every school knows where they stand, and I think that's a positive thing. And I think behind that, every parent knows where every school stands, which is hugely important. The quality and levels of Arabic education are massively improved. Islamic education is taken seriously across every school in Dubai. The thing is with Dubai, in terms of provision, it never stands still. So when you look at the high-performing schools, there's such a demand for places, we've got to say we're not finished yet.
Our efforts were focused on building a private education sector that was attractive to both students, parents, and operators.
I'd like to say something, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
We weren't very clear what exactly would be the mandate of KHDA. But I think as years rolled across, we realized that there was a very clear vision. We were very comfortable dealing with them because we had a local authority which had the government mandate to do what it had to do. So when the government announcement came that KHDA would attest and validate our degrees, I think that was a big breakthrough for us.
How well was our approach working? Were we achieving the goals we'd set for ourselves 3 years earlier?
There is progress being made across the board. In the last 5 years, schools have improved. The approach taken is simply more information will help drive accountability and help drive a move towards greater quality in schools. Collaboration is a very important thing. Now, there is one terrific event called What Works. It was an idea of a number of school principals in Dubai. They came together and said, hey, let's just have some workshops where we show what is working well in our schools so that other schools can learn from this. That needs to be expanded, I think.
Our focus became to enable schools, universities and parents to work together, united in a common goal.
I knew very little about what KHDA in particular did before I engaged in What Works. It seemed more like a regulator that was distanced from the parents or the students. And I was really surprised, in fact, to see how well engaged and direct the awareness and the contact was, both with the students and with the parents. And it was really exciting to see an enabling environment for those schools that are more interested in more progressive approaches to improving themselves to engage in a constructive and positive manner.
كل اللي أعرفه عن ال KHDA إن هم مؤسسة بيجوا يعملوا فحص دوري على المدارس. كل مرة بروح فيها بلاحظ improvement كبير جدا. السمول ديتيلز اللي بتهتموا بيها تلفت النظر، ابتسامة اللي بيقابلونا بيها الناس الموجودين في الريسبشن، ابتسامة عريضة. هم مهتمين أكتر إن هم يعملوا satisfaction للثري بارتيز اللي هم البيرنتس والجفرمنت والأونرز بتوع المدارس. أعتقد إنه نمبر 1 في الهيئة إن هم دايما بيفكروا في ارتباط البيرنتس بالمدرسة.
We are assessing the quality of our work through the community. We have come far and the road ahead is long. But now, when we look around, we see that we are not alone.